Welcome, I'm TW. The epic ancient Egyptian battle still playing out within humanity today. What is this fight about? This fight is about Seth and Horus. It's about negativity and positivity. It's about blessing and curse. It's about you and me. It's about the world itself. Because within each and every one of us, we're trying to be good. And there's forces at play. There's forces that's within us that we gotta fight to bring into existence. I try to keep from coming into existence within us. We don't want to be evil. We don't want to be cruel. We don't want to be wicked, which represent Seth. We want to be good. We want to be a blessing. We don't want to be a curse. We want to be compassionate and help our fellow man. And this is the fight between Seth and Horus. And this fight is playing out within every single human being on the planet. And there's consequences, because this fight is real whether you want to accept it or not. Because if you bring cruelty or hatefulness into existence, that can damage you and damage the people around you and the people who are interacting with you and the people this hatred is focused towards. So there's consequences here with these action, which Seth and Horus represent. Osiris represent thought, all these Egyptian deities. This kind of battle, this kind of fight exists way before the Egyptian, before Seth, before Horus. The thing is, the Egyptian captured these within their stories, within their morality, which they make into the foundation of their religion. The fight between good and evil. So this has been happening for centuries, and a lot of life have been lost because of this fight between good and evil, between Horus and Seth. It's a endless fight, and it will continue. Even the Egyptian religion does not exist as it used to be, but change into other things or join with other things. But this fight is still continuing within man himself, trying to overcome the wickedness, the hatefulness, the curse, and try to bring compassion, try to bring blessing, try to bring harmony, trying to bring love. Because when there is disharmony within you yourself, which is when you're not one, when Seth and Horus is at war within you, when you don't have control over your thinking process, when you don't have control of what you're bringing into existence, when you're not aware of what is bringing what, and you just going through the thinking process and creating your own suffering because of ignorance. That's the play within a human being. And no one is exempt from this kind of situation. If you're not at the point where you are aware and know exactly what you're creating within yourself, that means you're not united, you're not living in harmony. It's when you get to the point where you know what you're creating, when you know what you're bringing into existence, if it's hatred, if it's jealousy, if it's resentment, or if it's compassion, if it's love, it's harmony within yourself. When you get to the point of knowing all these things and how they come into being, then you can free yourself. You become one. You become Horus. And with becoming Horus, then you're filled with the attributes of Horus, which is Horus's thing is his main eyes. He can see pretty clearly. And what that entails is you seeing clearly within yourself. You can see what's arising within yourself. You can know what you're feeling within your body. You know the emotions that arise in you and why they are arising in you. You can see a thought as a seed comes into the mind and develop through the thinking process, becoming ideas, and then out into existence in the world, having its effect. So this is the story of the Egyptian Seth and Horus at play within you, right through the centuries, generation after generation, tribes after tribes. This is the play. And this is the epic battle still continuing underneath the surface of humanity. But this is shaping the way you think and shaping the way you move, shaping the way you act, shaping the things you say, and the way you live your entire life, if you look at it closely. This battle between Seth and Horus playing out within humanity. It's the battle, it's the war, it's the fight of negative trying to conquer positive, or positivity trying to conquer negativity, good trying to conquer bad, good trying to conquer evil. So this has been playing out within nations, within cities, within tribes. It's a part of humanity disposition. And as I said before, none of us is exempt from this power that's at play in man himself and in the universe. if you look at it, the ancient Egyptian battles are still playing out in the modern world within mankind. It's just that it take on different colors and different styles, and it's classified as different thing. Now you go to a shrink. Now you go to a psychologist to sit down and discuss the fight within yourself and look at the forces that are at play within yourself that you got to deal with. And is recognizing these forces within you, then you can deal with them properly. Because you have the power to deal with these forces within yourself at play. Now, the only way you can win this kind of fight within is by recognizing that there is a fight going on within. And once you recognize this, you can look at it from different angles. But to look at it from different angles, that means you got to go deep within yourself. You got to get to know what you are and who you are. And it's by recognizing what you are and who you are and realizing that you have more power than you think you do to examine these things and look at them closely. Within this fight, there is good and there is bad. The thoughts that are bringing in things into you, that move in you back and forth, that you are struggling with, are bringing the knowledge, bringing the wisdom within you. When you can see these things at play within you, and you gaining the knowledge that's within this space, and gaining the wisdom that's within this space, then you're living on a different level. You exist on a different level because you're at this point, you're communicating with the source that bring everything into existence itself. And this is the source that Seth is trying to cut you off from. Once you come to the realization that there is this spring where knowledge and wisdom is arising from within you, there is this river that's flowing. There is this ocean, that there's a different universe deep down within you where everything that comes into existence on the external world is arising from all the invention within man, all the books that are written, all the artists that make their sketch, make their art, paint their picture, is coming from deep within here. So this is the way you can win this battle, by coming deep within yourself to see all the things at play. where all the creation is taking place. Once you enter this world, as Socrates said, once you go up, a lot of people go up. They don't want to come back down into the cave. Because who's going to believe them when they go back down into the cave and explain what they see and say, what you're looking at, it's not real. The real stuff are in the interior, because those are the things that are bringing things into existence. And the things that come into existence have a limited time. But those things that does not come into existence does not have any time period stamp on them. Their eternity. So this fight between Horus and Seth, for you to win this fight, you gotta become Horus. And gaining that inner vision that comes with Horus's eyes. This is the fight. Are gaining awareness, are entering in Christianity when Jesus said, entering to the kingdom of God. This is where it is, because you can see with clarity, and you can see where the beginning is. And as he said, if you know the beginning, you know the end. So everything begins and ends at the same place, deep within. So this fight, as I say, between Seth and Horus is a fight between good and evil. One trying to dominate the other. And there is time when the evil take control. And there's time when the good gain its strength and take over. And generation after generation, you can see this playing out in the world, where sometimes Seth, darkness, hatefulness, wickedness come into existence and dominate and bring destruction. Look at it. You can see it playing out in World War I, World War II, the Spanish Inquisition, in the darkness. They have a phrase that they give to the European scene when the Christianity was dominant. The Dark Age, I think, is the name. I'm not 100% sure, but something like that. When those forces take over and lock down everything, but little by little, then Horus, the strength, the light, the love, the harmony, the good, come and take over. And when Horus is in charge, when the good is in charge, there is quietness, there is peace, there is harmony. When you get Seth under control, when Seth is dominated, when wickedness is dominated within you, you can find peace, because when that happens, then you are one. You are in control. But the friction comes when there is this battle back and forth, and that's when you're giving the worst thoughts access to your thinking process and trying to bring them into existence. And the back and forth make a toxic mix within you, because you don't know what you're creating. But once you get deep within yourself and you know what you're creating, then that will change your whole entire life. That will help you to create with purpose. You're not just creating like that. You're creating with a specific intention. Once you get to this point where you can see with clarity within yourself, once you get to where Horus dominate in this setting, where Seth is not the dominant force within you, then you can live in peace and you can strive and exist in harmony with humanity. Remember to bring some clarity and some awareness deep within your creative space. 10 to 12 deep breath can get you started. Respect. Thanks for dropping by. Blessing be with you always. Peace.